This community has lost several prominent individuals this year. One of them wouldn't even have been here if he could have. But he did fit in as one of our greatest citizens. Roger Clark passed away last month. When I visited Roger in the hospital, and that's the picture the day I went in several times to see him, I asked him what was wrong, and he said, phlegm, I think that's what he said, in his throat. So I said pneumonia, and he agreed. So I was shocked to learn at his funeral that he actually died of stage 4 lung cancer. From a man, he never smoked a day in his life. Just proves secondhand smoke kills. Roger knew everyone. He would talk to anyone. And for many years, he never missed a Brockville City Council meeting. He probably has more knowledge about City Council than anybody else on council. He knew what was going on. And Roger was fit. If you stopped to ask him for a ride, he would refuse and continue to walk. I met Roger for the very first time. It probably wasn't the first time, but the first time I had a chance to interact with him was when I was running Riverfest. And we used to have public meetings in the back room of the New York restaurant. And one of these meetings, Roger came to. I didn't want to ask Roger what he wanted to do, because I thought, if he wants to be involved with the entertainment or the food, what are we going to do? So I avoided talking to Roger until he was the only one left in the room. So finally I had to say, Roger, what would you like to do? And he stood up and said, pick up the garbage. Well, that certainly set me in my place, and I learned after that if Roger came out, he would only do what he was capable of doing. He was involved with me in Ukpik Winter Carnival. In fact, he sat on the committee with us on Ukpik Winter Carnival. He was a huge Brockville Braves fan. He never missed a game. He didn't miss many of the events at the Brockville Arts Center. I know during the telethon, he would come right at noon and not leave till we closed her down at 10 o'clock. And sometimes somebody would come out and say, Roger's been here all day and he hasn't eaten yet. So I would send someone to get him, bring him out, and buy him whatever we had available. And Roger appreciated everything. If it was chicken or something, he would say, my favorite. If it was beef, he would say, my favorite. Everything was his favorite. And I got to tell you, he taught me a lot. He taught me to appreciate life every day. This community is going to miss his smiling face and his sincere outlook on life. Rest in peace, Roger Clark.